know what that sound is. That means it's time to break down some fights while I open up a cold one here. I am very tired. Actually, to be quite frank, I'm going to get my little spirits up drinking this here tonight. I had some good stuff coming out for you guys, man. Some interesting stuff, some kind of like amateur Japanese bouts. I'm gonna do basically watching a reaction to the video. I'm gonna have the video up while you watch it with me. Got that, but like I said, just busy today, man. Tired, but I'm gonna get something out. Here we got fights that didn't happen. All right, so that's kind of what the title is. That's maybe I'm gonna do some series while we're having this drought. Fights that didn't happen, stuff we wanted to see, stuff that maybe was scheduled to see, things that maybe fans wanted, to watch, but we never got to see come to fruition. All right, I think it's a good topic, while we're all in this MMA drought. Going on to it, as you know, as the title says, it is Max Holloway versus Khabib. This was supposed to happen back in UFC 223 in 2018. I remember I was betting on that fight. I thought, oh man, Tony got freaking, of course, that was before. It got canceled. It's been canceled for the fifth time now, pretty much. But before I remember it was canceled. Like, what? Then Max stepped up. I was like, oh my God. It's like the drama behind it. Max was ready to go as he always is. And I thought, oh my God. He's going to maybe make the weight. Maybe he will. Because I know Khabib's a big guy. He cuts down quite a bit. I know Max does too. I thought maybe he could make it. Then it's announced that he doesn't last minute. Oh my God. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to kill myself, And then, of course, in the end, as we all know, Alec Quinta ended up taking that fight, gave Khabib a good fight. But yeah, I always wanted to see how Max would how it would match up with him. And now, of course, look, we all know this is a striker versus grappler, and of course, obviously they're well-rounded, but they're bread and butter. We all know striker versus grappler here. Classic match, just like back in the old UFC days. And obviously, look, we all know Khabib has a good chance of beating him. Very obviously, right? Just watch McGregor versus Max. What am I saying? McGregor versus Khabib. Oh, let me take a sip of this. Get that nice cold drink in me. Get my mind right, maybe. But no, I don't want to talk about that. We all know that. If you think, okay, of course, Chris, hey man, that's my name. Of course, Khabib's gonna smash him like he does everybody. Go watch McGregor versus Khabib. McGregor versus Khabib is basically the worst case scenario, right? You think, okay, so on the feet, he is not going to be able to get his hands going or even his kicks, right? Because Khabib's threat of the takedown is going to shut it down, meaning he's going to land on you. He's okay with, maybe the less pause strikes because, he's got power, got the explosiveness. He just wants to close the distance to take you down and smash you, right? But let's talk about this. I want to go from a different angle. Now, I know everybody's going to be saying, oh, Khabib's going to beat Max. Of course, even if Max did have a camp, even if he did make weight, no problem, had a great weight cut, he's still going to smash him. Okay, well, let's talk about how can Max win? Let's talk about that, man. All right? So, I broke it down. Now, of course, both these guys, what they bring to the table, they have good chins, right? They're really hard to be put away, okay? They got good chins and good cardio. Okay, that's for sure. Now, that's great because the thing is, you need that cardio. If you're going to beat Max, you need cardio, okay? If you're a great wrestler or a great striker, a great BJJ guy, I don't care what your skills. If you don't have the cardio to match Max, he's going to get you. Just kind of like the Diaz brothers. And he has that range. We all know. Look at those rangy arms. He has good kicks too. I'll get into that. But I like he always has his hands out, pawing out. And we all know he's a volume striker. He's not going for that one KO. He wants to beat you up, kind of make it ugly, pitter patter you away, chip away at you, just like the Diaz brothers style, right? Good cardio, good hands, right? And he doesn't mind taking a shot. He has a good chin. Because of that, though, like I said, kind of similar to the Diaz brothers, they got that lead leg out, right? They got that lead leg out, getting chopped up. But we don't see too. I don't know if Khabib would be really looking to chop away at the leg. Okay. One thing though, so like I said, he has that lean back style, right? He has this lean back right hook counter, right? He kind of pivots off that the lead foot's there, right? So that's why he can get chopped down, just kind of like the Diaz brothers, right? He has it there, and he lands kind of downward though. It's kind of interesting. Like I'm just saying, if you were to close the distance on him, he kind of pivots. He has that lead out there. Okay, I'm gonna come close. I'm gonna hit you that leg. I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna go just like Khabib had that jumping punch, that crazy awkward jumping punch that has power that took that that knocked Conor down. Well, if he can pivot, because he's got that long arms, he's got that long reach, kind of long body. Him and Khabib, though, they didn't have too much of a size difference. Very different. Khabib is more like a solid, thick, that kind of wrestler style, right? I mean, you could tell. Look at him. I mean, he really fills out he fills out, man. It's a hard wake up for him, I'm sure. But Max too. He's a big guy, you know. He's got those long arms. So I think if he pivots, when Khabib, if he tried to come in with a takedown, especially if it wasn't too low. I know he goes low, but he's got those long arms. He pivots off the foot, turns his body. That downward kind of like that right hook that's going downward, that could hit Khabib. I'm not saying it's going to stun him, but it could make him think twice about it. What if he landed that? He pivots. Oh, you're going to take me down? He turns his body out of the way, and the right hand comes from the top and just lands downward. Wow, sneaky. You know, it could hurt him. It could also discourage Khabib from just blindly rushing in, or you know, maybe like for just kind of faking a right hand and to go for that takedown. If Max times it, he's got good timing too, man. And of course, you know, he's got that jab changing levels. But the thing is, I mean, changing levels, you know, are you going to be really threatening Khabib when you change those levels? No, but still something to mix it up. He could, right? Kind of jabs, change levels, bending down. Like he kind of, like I said, he's got that long kind of torso, long arms. He's kind of sneaky. He'll jab you, change the level. He's bending down. And then when he's bending down, that overhand right comes up on nowhere. It's long arms, right? So I think, and because of that long trajectory, like it's not those kind of short hooks with a lot of power. I mean, he's a lanky guy, so it's coming from, you know, way back over here. It's like he jabs here and then chisels his body down to get more torque, and that long arm swings, whoosh, and that could clip Khabib. It could land. I'm just saying it could land. Not enough. I'm not saying it's gonna. He's not gonna be one KO punch Khabib out of the way. He's not gonna like be serious. I don't even think he's gonna get him out of the way in the first round, second round. I'm just saying if he were to win, if Max were to win, he could be beating him up like that. Those kind of awkward strikes you don't see coming, especially if your striking is not so polished. It's not the same level as Max, which I think we can agree Khabib is not on the same level of striking. Just as obviously Max is not on the same level of the grappling game as Khabib, right? Another thing too, you know what? I like those body hooks, man, because when you want to really take the wind out of someone, you want to chip away at that cardio of Khabib, right? He's got, you know, he fills out, like I said, he's got a hard weight cut too. That left to right body hook, how he kind of steps in there, you know, because when they're closing distance, he steps into that right? It's good. He kind of steps into it and steps into the left, and it landing to the body like that. I think that's good. That could also discourage Khabib from going down. And maybe when Khabib's trying to go down, like trying to take him down and go for that little takedown, perhaps those body hooks, it could land on the face too. It's the same motion. It just depends on where the opponent is. If Khabib's standing straight up, it's going to be hitting his body. If Khabib's shooting down for a takedown, it could be hitting his head, right? Took a lot of notes here, man. All right. So, you know what I mean? Another thing, you know what? His kicks, though, he does land them, but I think, like I said, until he gets really comfortable, he likes to he has his hands out, his chin's out too, which is scary, but he always has his hands out, kind of, you know, doing this faking movement, kind of, you know, putting them around, kind of like the Diaz brothers do too. They kind of do a fake. I mean, a lot of people do, but it just kind of reminds me, that kind of similar body type, similar kind of style a little bit, as far as they want to kind of, they're putting their hands up, kind of lulling you into a false sense false sense of security, just kind of like how Yoel does to that, right? You've seen him kind of moving the hands. A lot of MMA guys, right? A lot of people nowadays are kind of learning, let's mess with the hands, kind of freak you out, where is the punch going? And he's range finding with it too. He has the hands out. It's like, okay, where's your range? His eyes are all open. If you look at his fights, right? Like I went back and watched some of his fights again, and he always has his hands open. He's got his face out there, almost like taunting you to get to punch it. And he's got his hands out though. Oh, okay, I could block you. I'm finding a range. Let me land something. But he will land kicks too. He's got that spinning side kick, right? He'll kind of like, it's a spinning side kick. Kind of, you know, switch stance, whoosh, kind of sneaky with that stuff, you know. I like seeing that. I like how Max has just evolved a lot and kind of upped his striking. Got a spinning heel kick too, man. Just some spinning stuff. But like I said, I mean, obviously you don't want to go all Taekwondo style on this guy, on someone like Khabib who's gonna take you down, right? But I think I'm just saying, going back to that Taekwondo style, like it's how effective. You have to be sparing with it. The only time those kind of spinning stuff is really working is if you really got the timing down, or you really see the opening there. You see, okay, I can land this high kick, like I've got the distance managed. oh, I know where it's gonna land. You know the distance really well. You can't just be spamming that out there because you're gonna get countered. You're gonna get taken down, right? Like I said, I think I've said this before, but we all know martial arts. It's not about just necessarily the martial art. It's also about the practitioner who is actually doing it, right? So going that, I also like that knees, man, dude, because you know what, he needs to use that's a really great way. If you're gonna go with someone that's great wrestling, you want to deter it, threaten a knee. And Max has done that. He's gonna kind of like a flying knee. You know, he's got those long limbs, like I said. And I don't care if you're not the most powerful guy in the division or whatever. Man, if you land a knee on someone's fucking chin, I mean, come on, they're gonna feel it. Even if they got a grand chin, it's gonna deter them at least. You don't want to take too many of those, right? He's got it right. He's got and I'm kind of remind me of the Taekwondo style, right? You kind of stepping. I mean, like I said, I'm not like a crazy martial arts where I love martial arts, obviously, but I'm not so polished in my practice of it. It's just I like to research the tape. I like to see it. I like to break it down, right? Because it doesn't mean I can do all this stuff obviously, but I just like to break it down and see it. But it kind of like runs into it. You know what I mean? Like where it's like a little flying knee. You know what I mean? Kind of, it's almost like a step. Like you're stepping into it. He pushes off like that lead foot. Like he's on the lead. It's like a southpaw. He's kind of he can change stances though, but he's going from a southpaw stance. Let's say right. The unorthodox style, right? He's going to the lead leg, kind of raises the right leg up. Almost like you're running, like, okay, I'm going to run at you. I'm going to put the lead leg up. And as soon as you think, oh, he's going to get that lead leg near me, nope. Out from the back comes that right leg, like a knee. The right knee's coming up. So almost like you're walking into it. It's kind of hard to describe, actually. But yeah, the lead leg's forward, like his left leg's forward. Right? He takes a step towards you. So that kind of, maybe the opponent thinks, oh, he's going to hit me with this leg. Oh, I'm aware of it. Nope. The other leg, the right leg comes up. And like a little flying knee, like a skips into that knee. So that's cool. I think that's really nice. You could be using your hands. And as soon as, like I said, it's hard to time it, but you can kind of threaten little jabs, do that little, motions of your hands, trying to find the range. And Khabib says, okay, he's over here. I'm going to change levels. And then just do that skip knee up there. That could work. So these are all ways, like I said, there are some tools of Max really good, Ben. And I think, hey, man, anything can happen. Like I said, of course I get it. If you're going to bet, Khabib would be the smart bet. But hey, you never know. Max could win in these ways. Use that range. You basically take away from Khabib's little gas tank, right? Get the body. Punish him if he goes for takedowns. Make him basically second guess himself and land. And even McGregor, like I said, he landed. But McGregor had fought. I mean, he should have gone for broke. I mean, I don't know what to do, right? You can't just become a great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy or like wrestling guy overnight, right? He's bread and butter striking. But, I mean,